What if I told you that the most emotionally damaged child in South Park is also the most innocent? Not Cartman, not Kenny, not even Randy. I'm referring to the boy who, as his life burns down, exclaims, "Oh, hamburgers." This is Butters Stotch's tragic, hilarious, and profoundly insane story. And believe me, he wasn't worthy of South Park. Before you are permanently grounded, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell. Let's get right to the point. Butters Leopold Stotch is more than a supporting character. He is a bowl-cut psychological experiment. In a town that consumes innocence for breakfast, he is optimism. Monsters, insane people, and moral failings abound on South Park. And then there's Butters, grinning, fidgeting.
I know that. What do you...
This is for all the times I got grounded!
Oh!
As the universe repeatedly strikes him in the face, Butters' beginnings are similar to those of many legends. Invisible. He wasn't even Butters when South Park debuted in 1997. He was simply there, a background kid, not a name, no fate. He was referred to as Puff Puff in early scripts, and then Swanson, which sounds like a rejected law firm. However, Destiny had more ambitious goals, harsher schemes, funny plans. Butters gradually came into focus, one season at a time. He wasn't merely there by season 3. He could not be avoided. Additionally, Trey Parker and Matt Stone discovered something risky at some point. This child was too innocent for this world. Additionally, South Park adores destroying pure things. Butters' naivety seems almost unlawful. He has faith in adults. He has faith in friends. He believes that people have good intentions.
You know what we could do with these lady clothes, huh? Well, we could play Charlie's Angels.
Which is essentially a death sentence in South Park. Butters is still trying to understand why everyone is shouting, while the other kids are aware of politics, corruption, and sex jokes. His optimism is not foolishness, it's optimism. And hope is punished in this town, and he is punished, consistently, grounded, ungrounded, grounded again, devastated emotionally. Do it again. In Butters' household, punishment is a way of life. Stephen and Linda Stotch, his parents, combine extreme hypocrisy with fear-based parenting.
You are not to leave this room, and you are not allowed to use the phone or computer!
His dad keeps things hidden. At one point, his mother attempted to kill him. Butters places the blame on himself throughout it all. He truly feels that he is out of control. It's not a joke. That's a child smiling politely while internalizing abuse. Breathing room. Yes, that's where South Park went. Still, he sings, he grinned. He makes it out alive. It's not much better at school. Butters is a wounded deer in the social jungle that is South Park Elementary. Cartman bullies him as if it were his full-time job.
These guys are so dumb, huh?
Yeah!
See? He's an asshole. Fuck him.
Additionally, the boys welcome Butters into their group after Kenny's actual temporary death in Season 5. The fourth friend, the selected one. Butters belong for a fleeting, brilliant moment. What do they do to him?
Hey, Kenny. No, gosh darn it, my name's not Kenny. Kenny's dead, and you're all gonna have to learn to deal with that.
They take advantage of him. Tell him a lie, prepare him, put the blame on him.
I love being you guys' new friend.
Yes, well, Butters, it's just not working out.
Cartman treats Butters are like an emotionally detached human tool. Sleepover tricks, psychological combat. The level of casual manipulation is almost astounding.
Sounds like this Cartman kid is pretty smart.
No, he's not smart. He's just an asshole.
And when the boys grow tired of him, Tweak takes his place. Something breaks at that precise moment. Professor Chaos has arrived. Butters snaps at this point, not harshly, not too loud, but imaginatively. He turns into a supervillain, a parody of Dr. Doom with a green cloak flapping and a cardboard helmet. And it's funny until you understand what it stands for. Professor Chaos isn't a bad guy. He is a kid attempting to take back control, trying to be important, seeking attention. His plans are awful. He is executed worse.
Shall bring the world to its knees and make all those who banished us from society run red.
The cops already know who he is because he fails so miserably at causing chaos on a global scale. But yet, Professor Chaos endures, since it seems sincere. Butters is stating, "I might as well pick who I am if I'm going to be punished no matter what." That's dark. That's comedy. That's South Park at its best. Despite losing his spot, despite Kenny's return, Butters never disappears again. He becomes essential, a moral mirror, sometimes even the voice of reason. And when Butters delivers a lesson at the end of an episode, it hits differently. Because this kid didn't learn wisdom from books. He earned it through pain, and sometimes he fights back.
But at the same time, I'm really happy that something can make me feel that sad. It's like, it makes me...
Like in Awesemo. Oh yes, the revenge episode. Cartman disguises himself as a robot to humiliate Butters. But for once, Butters wins. He exposes Cartman's secret, a Britney Spears dance, a Justin Timberlake cutout, public humiliation. And the smile on Butters' face, that's justice. Sweet, perfect. Butters doesn't swear much. He uses minced oaths. Oh, hamburgers. Gee whiz, he sings Lou Lou Lou, like reality isn't crushing him.
Got some too. Lou, 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 let's get together. Take off our clothes and Lou, Lou, Lou.
His innocence feels almost 1950s sitcom level wholesome. And South Park puts that innocence through a woodchipper. His grandmother bullies him, his parents gaslight him, his friends exploit him. And still, he stays kind. Matt Stone once described Butters as permanent innocence. Not because he doesn't suffer, but because he refuses to let suffering define him. Episodes like Butterballs show another side: rage, pain, years of abuse erupting all at once. He attacks Dr. Oz, he verbally destroys his grandmother. And you realize, Butters isn't weak, he's restrained. And restraint can snap. Fast forward, way forward, post-COVID. The future version of Butters isn't a sweet kid anymore. He's Victor Chaos, a full-time villain, an NFT scammer. Let that sink in. The most innocent child in South Park grows up to convince people to invest their life savings into digital nonsense. And he's good at it. So good that he ends up in a psychiatric hospital. That's not random. That's evolution. Butters learned something. Kindness didn't protect him. Innocence didn't save him. But control worked. And the Professor Chaos persona finally won. And here's the genius part. Butters was loosely based on a real person. Eric Staff, a South Park co-producer, known as a goody-goody, reluctant to offend. Geeky, the nickname Butters literally came from Little Buddy.
No, we really did write it. Tell him, Butters. I wrote that.
And Parker and Stone took that harmless personality and turned it into one of the most emotionally complex characters in adult animation. They loved him so much they gave him his own episode. Butters' very own episode. A story so dark, so uncomfortable, and so funny that it cemented him as a core character. Parker even said his favorite scenes are Cartman and Butters together, because cruelty is funnier when it has consequences. Even in the movie, Butters barely speaks, one line, and years later, Parker and Stone admitted that was a mistake, because now, any South Park story without Butters feels incomplete. And that's why Butters works. He reflects us, the part of us that wants to be good, that trusts too easily, that gets hurt and still hopes tomorrow is better. South Park dresses him in sarcasm and dark humor, but underneath, he's painfully human. So when Butters smiles after everything he's been through, it hurts. When he sings, it's survival. When he becomes Professor Chaos, it's rebellion. And when he finally breaks, we understand, because maybe the real chaos isn't Butters. Maybe it's the world that kept grounding him. Full stop. If you enjoyed this deep dive into South Park's most underrated legend, hit like, subscribe, and tell me in the comments. Is Butters the most tragic character in the entire show? Oh, hamburgers.